I'm going to be covering 3 of the cheapest workhorse running backs in 2025. I'm Ron from Never Lucky Man. Welcome back. Like, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. Let's get into this video. The first name on the list is going to be Isiah Pacheco. Currently going in the 7th round of drafts. That's about right. So last year, he was being drafted in the 2nd round. He's coming off an RB16 season in 2023. They win the Super Bowl. You know, he was looking good. He seems to be the lead back. We need to take a lap for that one, bro. We got it wrong. But to be fair, before the injury, he was like a top 15 running back. His usage was a little strange. He was getting taken out on third downs and stuff like that. But nevertheless, they bring in Kareem Hunt to kind of fill the gap. Carson Steele was kind of butt cheeks. They didn't want to use him. So Kareem Hunt comes in, looks like absolute trash, but retains the job, retains the goal line work. This year, Isiah Pacheco comes back seemingly healthy. The coaching staff has been saying that he looks really healthy. He looks good. He looks like back to his old self. I think he's going to be the lead back. He's currently in a contract season, so this is the last year of his rookie season. Andy Reid has confirmed that he will be the lead back, and he's healthy. In that 2023 season, as I mentioned, RB 16, he had 205 carries, 935 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns on the ground. He's also kind of underrated as a pass catcher. He had 44 catches for another 244 yards, and then he gets another 2 receiving touchdowns. So 9 total touchdowns, you know, over 1,100 all-purpose yards. That's a workhorse role, bro, and that's only in 14 games. He did miss some games of 2023 as well. So if we can get anything close to that type of usage and he can play a full season, we're talking about potentially a top like 12 running back, like for a really good team. Now, here's kind of the cons, right? I want to talk about a little bit of the concerns. So Elijah Mitchell gets signed in free agency. He actually has been getting a little bit of hype in training camp. People have been saying he's been looking good. Looks like he's going to take that RB2 role. Now, Kareem Hunt is still hanging around, dude. Fucking looking for some Big Macs to eat or something. But he's still hanging around. Makes me a little bit nervous about how this split's going to be. If it's a committee, we're cooked, right? But I still think that in the 7th round, it's not a horrible bet to make, right? Like, even if he's in a committee, I do think he's going to be the lead of the committee. He's going to be the head of the snake. And, you know, in a top 10 scoring offense based on projections, they're favorites in 13 games. It's the Chiefs, bro. They're probably going to be going for another Super Bowl. They're going to be a very good team, winning a lot of games, trying to establish the run. And I think a healthy Isiah Pacheco in the 7th round, he's one of those last like legit bona fide lead backs, right? Things can change, but that's the first guy. The next name on this list, boys, we're going to get to Brian Robinson in the 9th round. It's actually kind of funny because I have a dynasty league where my 2 running backs are literally Pacheco and Robinson, who this video is not about me. So Brian Robinson, the clear lead back last season. I guess you could say he was the 1A. He was sharing the backfield with Austin Eckler, who actually looked pretty decent, right? Like everyone was saying Eckler was cooked after he left the Chargers, but he still looked really good, and he was good on a per touch basis. But nevertheless, this team surprised a lot of people. The Commanders were a surprisingly really good team. They outscored their projected points per game by like 7, which was number 1 in the NFL, right? The biggest surprise team. They were like a top 5 offense, or like a top 6 offense, I believe. And from weeks 1 to 7, Brian Robinson was actually kind of himothy. He averaged like 15 touches. He had 6 touchdowns. He was a top 10 running back, bro, like a bona fide top 10 running back. And then he started getting injury issues. He had some knee problems. The rest of the time, he had a couple of serviceable games, but for the most part, struggled with injury, dude. Never really looked like himself. Kept coming out of games. He was playing like less than 50% of snaps in a lot of games, but I will chalk that up to the injury. I'll chalk that up to the fact that he was just struggling to get back to himself. Now this year, in 2025, 9th round, as I mentioned, they bring back Austin Eckler. He should retain that like tempo role, that third down back role. And they don't really do much else after that. They do bring in like a 6th round rookie, I believe. I think his name is Ja'Cory Merritt Webster Smith the third or some shit like that. He's got like every name possible. He's got like 4 hyphens. So there's not a lot of competition, right? And the Commanders are projected to be a top 10 offense, bro, scoring. And, you know, they got Jaden Daniels. They're favorites in about 10 games this season based on Vegas and projections. So it's going to be a top offense. You're getting the early down back for a team that's going to be winning a lot of games. They're favorites in a lot of games. It's a high tempo offense. Fucking, I'm going back to the well with Brian Robinson, bro. When I'm sitting there in the 9th round, I'm looking for running back. Right? I'm looking for those last like workhorse guys, right? Like I don't want to take like a third down back. I don't want to take a Jalen Warren or some shit like that. Now, before I get to the last name, I do want to say I'm working on my rankings at the moment. I'm going to be releasing rankings, and I've already done the running backs. And I will say I do have Brian Robinson and Pacheco much higher than current ADP, right? Current like industry ADP. So that's why I'm high on these guys. If their ADP remains this way, I'm going to be smashing those draft picks, man. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe because when I do release rankings, I will let you guys know in these videos. Which brings us to the last name on this list or in this video. It's going to be Tank Bigsby in the fucking 11th plus 12th round even. Now, let's paint this picture, bro. So in 2024, 2.8 yards after contact per attempt. He led all rushers, bro. I'm going to switch over to this screen real quick and just show you guys this chart. This is thanks to Hayden Winks, who shared it, but it's originally from FTN. It's how good are running backs after contact. So Tank Bigsby breaks his chart. He's up here in the top right quadrant. You got guys like Jalen Wright. Fucking, that's actually pretty interesting, right? Jalen Wright. You know, everybody else is kind of clustered in this area where he's like close to 7 yards after contact, bro. Like absolutely insane. And then in missed tackles or broken tackles rate, over 50%. Actually kind of insane. I'm just going to stay here. This is also thanks to Sean Mitchell, I believe, on Twitter. But he was actually quoting someone else. I think it's the Jaguars beat writer. Anyway, there was one running back. This is from training camp. This is from like the first week of training camp. There's one running back who stood out throughout practice. It was Tank Bigsby. Bigsby is normally a player who shines when the pads come on due to his physical nature. So they love the physicality of Tank Bigsby. Certainly looked the part in Friday's helmets and shorts practice with the Jaguars coaching staff, frequently singing his praises. So the coaching staff was gassing this man up, dude, trying to get him some pussy. Bigsby seemingly got the bulk of the key reps for Liam Cohen's offense, and as a result, stood out quite a bit more than Travis Etienne. So that's the fucking important part here, man. He stood out quite a bit more than Travis Etienne. Each player made several nice runs. Travis Etienne still looked good, to be fair, but it was clear from the start of practice that it would be a Tank Bigsby day, and that never seemed to change. Now, this is another chart. This is from Hayden Winks as well. Hayden Winks is goated, dude. Go give him a follow on Twitter. It's the ADP evolution, I think based on Underdog, of Bashal Tootin, Travis Etienne, Tank Bigsby. So at the start of the offseason, Travis Etienne was leading, and then Tootin surpasses him just for like a couple of weeks. And then Tank Bigsby, dude, has just been plummeting from the beginning of he's the green line here. He's just been plummeting the entire time. And, you know, Travis Etienne is now sky high up in like the, you know, early 100s, which is kind of insane if, you know, training camp, things need to be corrected, right? So this is between May 1st and July 27th. Obviously, it's currently July 30th. So after those first couple days of training camp, this could flip again, bro. We could see Tank Bigsby fly up, right? And maybe even flip Travis Etienne. But at the moment, Tank Bigsby's current situation as the lead back of the Jaguars, who should be a top offense, bro. Now, here are the concerns. These are my concerns with the Jaguars. They're projected to be a bottom 12 offense based on Vegas projections and Mike Clay and stuff like that. They do have a poor offensive line, so they're 25th ranked offensive line, but they have the 7th easiest strength of schedules. What do we do with that, bro? In my opinion, I do think the Jaguars with the 7th easiest schedule should outperform that, you know, bottom 12 offense projection. I do think they're going to be a much better offense than we think. Liam Cohen is in town. He just made the Buccaneers go from irrelevance to like one of the top offenses in the NFL. You have a lot of talent littered throughout this team, bro. You got, you know, Trevor Lawrence, obviously, at quarterback, a very competent, very capable quarterback. You got Travis Hunter, Brian Thomas Jr., you got Tank Bigsby, Travis Etienne. You also have Bashal Tootin, a very explosive scat back. So this is going to be a really good offense. I think they're going to win this division. I think they're going to blow those projections out of the water. I think even with a poor offensive line, they're going to find ways to outperform their O-line, if that makes sense. Like the offense, there's going to be so much talent that it's going to enable the O-line to be better than they actually are. In my opinion, I'm just speculating right now, but that's why I love Tank Bigsby. In the double-digit rounds, I think by the time the offseason, you know, comes to a close and we're near drafts and shit like that, after a couple of preseason games, and we see who's the starter, people are going to get antsy, bro. Their fucking pants are going to get tight, and Tank Bigsby is going to start moving up boards. But as I mentioned in my rankings, I do have Tank Bigsby much higher, bro. I have him above dudes like Joe Mixon. It's kind of, dude. You guys will see, man. As I mentioned, when I release those rankings, make sure you guys stay subscribed, or, you know, go already sign up for free to the Patreon. I'm probably going to release the rankings for free. There's going to be a draft guide that's paid as well, but you're going to be able to get some of the rankings, especially like the top 24, top 36 running backs. Anyway, I'm rambling as per usual. Hope you guys liked this video, bro. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give your boy a like, man. It's the best way to show support. And subscribe if you want to catch more of this. Hit the bell if you want to catch my upcoming videos. That is housekeeping. I got to say that shit at the end of videos. But anyway, I'll catch you guys most likely tomorrow, dude. We're going to be doing videos every day, man. So stay tuned. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.